Well, if your United States employer just enforced a strict 5-day return to office mandate and that too with zero flexibility, do not assume it's just about corporate culture. It is a calculated mechanism designed to trim the US headcount while quietly moving your engineering seat overseas. That's right. Across Silicon Valley, Wall Street, and major tech corridor, Fortune 500 corporations are ruling out the mandatory return to work policy. Well, companies like Amazon, Dell, Home Depot have made it clear: comply with physical office, batch in, or hand in your voluntary resignation. To the average tech worker, this looks like a battle over office culture or maybe a commercial real estate investment. But behind the corporate boardrooms, RTO mandates, they are executing a sophisticated double play. First of all, they operate as silent layoff by enforcing strict office presence without offering the reverence packages. Companies trigger voluntary turnover among remote tech staffing who cannot relocate or afford local living cost. Second, as domestic US seats are vacated through these those exact positions are not being rehired in San Francisco, Seattle, or New York. Instead, they are being systematically migrated to offshore global capability centers here in India. It's a big shift, by the way. The shift happening today is fundamentally different from the traditional third-party outsourcing wave, by the way. Well, that is for, if you remember, that happened in 2000s. US tech giants are no longer handing off the low-end support tickets to the vendors, BPOs. They are now building wholly owner, high-tech global capability centers directly in tech hubs like Bangalore, like Hyderabad, Pune. According to industry metrics, India currently hosts over 1,800 GCCs, representing more than half of their entire world's total, employing more than 2 million tech professionals and generating over $64 billion in revenue. Well, US headquartered companies account for a massive 70% of that total demand here. What makes this transition a catastrophic one for the domestic US tech worker is the cost differentiation here. Well, a senior cloud, AI, or platform engineer in San Francisco or London carries a fully loaded cost of $200,000 to $350,000 annually. Well, an equivalent senior tech lead at the GCC in Pune or Bengaluru costs between 20% to 30% of that amount. Well, by pairing RTO attribution in the US with aggressive GCCs hiring in India, corporations achieve 60 to 70% operating cost reduction per engineering pod.